Okay, I was not able to capture video of the finishing tool paths when I was cutting this piece on the machine earlier today because of the length of the 1/8 ball nose end mill and the size of the bracket that my dust shoe fits on. Just couldn't get a decent angle. So I figured the next best thing is to run a simulation and just let you see how that goes. This is the verify feature in V24. It's a little clunky, but it gets the job done. Not a true backplot, it's just running the G code. The tool pathing worked out really well. I didn't have any issues at all with having too much sanding to do, which was really the impetus behind breaking that tool path into two parts. Here it's doing the water line on the upper part. The software has broken it out into the the areas into the profile of the cross, and then it'll run onto the outside and start actually doing the elliptical dish. The the cut was done in some white oak. Um, it's my usual process is to smooth and polyurethane a piece, and then do the V carve in, and that gives you the polyurethane on the surface of the V carve, which would be the blue parts of the cross here, for instance. That is a resist for the stain that you can put into the actual carved parts. And that way you get a nice contrast between the natural color of the wood through the polyurethane and then the stained darker part. So here you've got the last of the upper finishing tool path happening. It's going down as far as it's going to go here. That's 0.03 or 0.31 inches, I believe. Hits that mark here and then goes up and goes all the way down to the geometry. Steps over here, and then of course it's doing it by area, working its way all the way down at the bottom of the geometry there. Then it'll come over here and finish up. Again, it worked out really well. If I had the proceed of the software, then I would have probably gone with equidistant tool paths. I've never had a chance to use that, but I believe it would have essentially done the same job. But this worked out really well. I was very pleased with the results. Cleanup, I only spent about 10 minutes on it. Got some pictures of the finished product, and I will attach those in this same video here in a sec. Thanks very much, and that will conclude this verify feature. So now we move on to the machine, where we'll start off with the V carving. This is a 45-degree Amana insert bit, carving into a piece of white oak that has a couple of coats of polyurethane on the surface already. You'll see some fuzzing and tearing around the cut. That's actually the polyurethane coming up. It's not the wood. The wood's pretty resistant to tear out. Going around the border. Next, you're going to see after this the roughing tool path. Not going to show the finishing cuts because the angles are just such with the short 1/8 bit. I wasn't able to get a decent video of it. So there's the rough cut going around. It'll run the pattern on a given depth and then go on down. Here it is toward the end of the cut. After this, we'll show some video of the rough cut as it sits on the table, and then move on to the finished cut. That's as it came off the machine right there. In fact, it's still on the machine. With the machining finished, spent about 10 minutes with an X-Acto knife and some sanding sticks cleaning things up. Didn't have any real issues with the tool paths leaving tool marks. The dished out part, the two tool paths worked out really well there. I took some Watco Danish oil and put some walnut stain in it. That's what I put into the dished out part. And then I took some walnut gel stain, worked it into the V carved parts, and wiped off the excess with the paper towel that had some mineral spirits on it. This piece, I'm sure I'll just cut it out, do an elliptical profile on it, and hang it up as a plaque. But it could be a nice piece in, say, a stair riser or a bookshelf, or a door, that sort of thing. That just about concludes this. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully that's been some help to you.